welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing today's video about the step van. I'm back on this now that I got the house finished. Hey dogs. So I apologize because previously I shot a bunch of video and apparently the files got corrupted, so I lost a bunch of footage. So I'm going to have to redo a bunch of stuff, and some of the work's been done inside. Let me open up and show you what we got done. So as you can see, we've gotten quite a bit done in here. Cabinets are in, the bench seats are in, a lot of the appliances are in. Interior walls, insulation, and wiring is done. Right now I'm working on doing the plumbing. I'll give you a basic tour here. So these seats were pulled out of the toy hauler, which actually has worked out really well because I'll show you what they do. This piece folds up, the cushion comes out to form a bed. And the other one does the same thing, and we'll have a little piece that fills in here and a piece of foam that drops in. The cool thing is this. This folds up, the legs fold down. Now I've got spot, I can fit a couple of motorcycles in here. So we're gonna end up actually using this as a toy hauler. So let's talk first about layout, because that's obviously the first thing you're gonna do. In my particular case, there were certain parameters that kind of determined somewhat of the layout. For starters, the industry standard, at least in North America, is to put your utilities and hookups on the driver's or the left side of the vehicle. So your water, your electric, your drains, all go on the left. You will occasionally find certain oddball campers and trailers that have some or all the stuff on the right side, but for the majority, it's on the left. So that meant the water and the sewage and the gray water tanks had to be on the left. So we put the sink and the fridge on that side. Now the other stuff didn't matter because the gas can be run anywhere, and I'll route the gas lines under the vehicle because we're going to have gas on both sides. There'll be a hot water heater inside the closet, and we got the stove and we got the fridge here, which will also require propane. All three of those will require propane. Because I ended up stripping a toy hauler, that determined the size of these beds. And because we wanted a full bathroom with a composting toilet and a decent sized shower in it, the spot that made the most sense was right behind the driver. So that got set, kind of decided first. This was ended up determining this next, and based on that, we had this space to put the sink and the stove. We thought about putting the fridge over here, but it would have just taken up too much space and would have left us with a tiny little countertop. So we ended up putting the fridge over here, and that was determined because the door in the front slides into a pocket, and the fridge requires ventilation on the back. So a lot of this stuff was actually kind of pretty well thought out, and we were limited based on the space and the setup of the van itself and what we got with. So if you're planning on stripping an RV like I did with the toy hauler, you might want to get all your parts first, especially if you're planning to use the beds or the benches or any of that, because some of that stuff is already pre-built, and that'll determine. Because that determined basically where this went, which determined where these and how long these were, etc., etc. So that's the first thing, is layout.